Alright, so I figured I'd shoot a quick little video for those who are interested. This is my blower motor from my 47 Ford over there. And the wiring on it is the original cloth wire. And of course it's just falling apart and half of it's bare. And I took the motor apart and replaced all 4 wires that went into it. I didn't take any pictures of that. There's just 2 bolts and you take it out, and you be really careful. You can take the motor apart. And what I did is got it down to where the solder connections were. I didn't want to disturb them, and especially where they went into the field coils on it. So what I did is stripped them back about 1 inch and then soldered a new piece of wire to it and then put some heat shrink over it. That way the wire could still be flexible enough, because you can't use any butt connectors or anything like that in there, because the wire's got to be flexible enough to fit back inside the case. So that's how I got the new wires in there. Of course, I've numbered everything. And then the original wires where they go to the switch, I didn't want to have to mess with these ends, and I don't have any of these original connections. So what I've done is I'll take a piece of, the wire that has the original connection on it, like right here, and cut it about 1 inch in the wire and wrap it, and then I'm gonna solder it. And then once I've soldered it, I got a piece of heat shrink on there, and then I'll slide some heat shrink up over it. That way I retain these original connections. And I'm gonna sand these down just real lightly so they make a good connection. But that way I retain my multi-speed blower motor. It seems to be happy. And then the case of it, let's see here. Got your fan wheel, which it's in really good shape. I'll just clean it up. And then you got your box, which mine's a little rusty. I'm gonna try to clean it up a little bit and maybe paint it. I think I'm just gonna try to clean it up and maybe paint the little rusty spots. I want to try to leave it original as possible. In the box here, the front door, it's pretty rusty on the inside. That's the main concern, is to get this cleaned up in here. But I think I'm going to retain the original paint. I might just kind of lightly sand it and clean it, and then clear coat it real good. And then heater core there, it seems to be in really good shape. And I'm going to flush it real good while I got it out. But that's it. That's all your parts. It really wasn't that hard to take it apart. It's just everything's kind of fiddly. You got to sneak the heater core in there just right, and then make sure you're real careful, because you don't want to tear that thing up. So I'll take some more whenever it's all done.